Jotsky looking for that damage fight. Jotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down,
here.
Yo on the Grey Man, give me the first ball. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
The Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the Lurking Arm. Catching 2, but this time on is going to be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Cleveland's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the blow-ups on the backside. The Visual gets under and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Grey Man.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Welcome to twitch.tv/El Taquito. I am your host Taco tonight. Here every day is Taco Tuesday. We have a wonderful first round week 1 matchup for you here in Division B Northeast for this NGS Season 11. We got ReGen Ghost and Die for Catgirls. Maps have been picked. Maps have been banned. One of the okay, I'm gonna have to change that. The other map ban that that you can't see right now is Battlefield of Eternity. I'm gonna have to do some things with layout later. Week one bugs. It's fantastic. Anyway, so ReGen Ghost is banned, Braxis Hold Up, Battlefield of Eternity, Die for Catgirls is banned, All Trick Pass, and Dragonshire. Which one of yeah, everyone's ready. We're ready to go, so we're gonna jump right in. And Pat, Bankai is not playing in this match tonight. Bankai's casting right now. Yeah, there you go. All right, looks like we have some good representation for ReGen Ghost. Do we have any Die for Catgirls fans in the house? Also, why is this button not here? There we go. Let's start a prediction before we even get into draft. Who wins game 1? Is it ReGen Ghost or is it Die for Catgirls? We'll go ahead and put that up. We'll give you a decent amount of time to go for it. And I'll see if I remember how to do that later on. So there is now a live poll, or live prediction rather. And gave you 10 minutes, so we got plenty of time to get through draft, a little bit into the game, see how things are going. Ooh, that did bad. That did bad things. That's supposed to hit behind me. There we go. And here we are in the draft. Game 1, Week 1, Season 11, Nexus Gaming Series. First ban, Diablo goes down in by Die for Catgirls, not wanting to deal with all the walls, and an immediate Stukov ban coming back from ReGen Ghost. Chromie, classic ban right now. Really top tier hero, able to just be super oppressive throughout the game. And Sonya goes away as well. Joanna first pick up for Sir Noble, tanking for Team Die for Catgirls. Rude, Pat. That is rude. And we see Orphea and May getting picked up for ReGen Ghost to be responded to by Anna and Malthael. Both teams making their picks really quick. Vel coming in with the banter. Oh, jeez. So both teams picking really quick. Got some of those snap decisions. Like to see that both teams ready to get into the Nexus instead of sitting around this lame old drafted screen. And Cassie and Yrel both getting knocked out during the mid bans. We see May and Orphea. That's a really good combo together with the CC that comes out from May, as well as the area damage from Orphea. I'm interested to see how they complement the rest of that.
So it begins.
It's Gazlo and Deckard? What? Gazlo pick coming in for ReGen Ghost on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Responded with Sylvanas and Diva on Die for Catgirls. Looking like Triple Bruiser relying on a lot of relying on Sylvanas for a lot of the damage. Malthael can bring it in too, and we see Maiev come in for ReGen Ghost, so we get to see some crazy stuff coming up. This is I'm excited. That is a big AoE wombo coming out of ReGen Ghost, more than likely, with Die for Catgirls looking to stay in a really beefy and just survive the damage and try to get some bullying going. But that is the draft for round number 1. The prediction is still up as we go into game number 1. That's what I wanted to do. Sorry about that. Again, week 1 bugs happening. No, do not. Oh, Vel, don't do that to me. Alright, so we are now finally here in Tomb of the Spider Queen. In the blue corner, we've got Mongoose on May, Aaron on Gazlo, Dubc613 on Orphea, Litterrock on the Maiev, and Andrew rocking Deckard. Deckard Payne, Kane. That is Team ReGen Ghost. Over here in the red corner, Sir Noble on the Joanna, Sailor Twift on the Malthael, Shamhat on the Ana, Teeth on Sylvanas, Skather on Diva. Look at them with the BMB step in. That is your team, Die for Catgirls. Here's hoping HoloLive is watching. We are trying to get Die for Catgirls a sponsorship. Yeah, Mert, I agree. I think that's going to be, I think that sums up both teams' goals. Get a little bit of a closer look. Diva weight down in the wings. Still got a 5-man in the mid for ReGen Ghost. Looks like Gazlo headed down to the bot lane so that ReGen Ghost can start their 4-man rotations. And that's Sylvanas, not the one in the game, but the one that likes to be a pain in my ass, but I love her so dearly. Joanna coming in with the Gadiv, trying to get a quick engage. Mongoose, not Mongoose, Maiev, Literac. It's a 2-man pull. They get a little bit of damage. Let's take a look at these level 1 talents. Heat Transfer, Standard, Bonds of Justice. That's the way. We did, honey. We did. We played against Sailor Twift. Field Study, Ancestral Strength, and Rocket Boots. The soak rotations going on. Got Slumber Shells on Anna, Might of the Banshee Queen for a Q build from Sylvanas, Full Metal on the D.Va, Hold Your Ground, and Death's Reach. I think these are pretty standard for this map, this setup. Beastren thinking Die for Catgirls has the better team fight. I think that's what they drafted for. We'll see how that works out. I think ReGen Ghost has a more coherent plan with the fight, but I think that Die for Catgirls can withstand a fight much better. Oh, thanks, Sylph. I appreciate you being here too. Murda, spoilers! Come on, man. It looks like we have an early bruiser camp coming from Sailor Twift. The tongue twister of the name makes it hard to say anything ahead of time. So that is 2 camps for Die for Catgirls early on. You can see it in that XP lead coming in. That is about the difference, is the difference in mercenaries. Level 4s are on the screen. Looks like ReGen Ghost really trying to avoid fights until they get to level 10s. Oh yeah, absolutely, Murda. It looks disgusting. Andrew getting low from the Malthael. Malthael gonna finish him off with the, I forget what Malthael's trait is called. Let's find out. Reaper's Mark. I'm good at this game, I swear. Big blizzard, dancing from Orphea onto the Malthael. There's a Umbral Bind from Litorak, trying to catch Sylvanas and Malthael. They're close to the gate, close to the tower. It's not going to get a whole lot of damage out. And really just a lot of skirmishing. Both teams, I think, really want their level 10s. Although Die for Catgirls happy to take an engage earlier. Oh. Big Willie, is Earl Shep on part of the main roster? Is Die for Catgirls using a sub today? In Beast, yeah, I think so, but at the same time, I think a well-placed mind control will do just as well to mess up the engage. And I've been liking mind control better in general, because the Wailing Arrow has multiple points of failure, whereas you just have to get off the mind control to make it work. The prediction for who wins game 1 is running out. Go ahead and get your points in soon. Malthael getting into trouble. D.Va coming into the rescue. A big sleep coming out of Anna to stop the disengage as Joanna finishes up the turn-in. Pretty sure that was Joanna. Finishes up the turn-in. First Web Weavers go over to Die for Catgirls. Look for both teams to start clearing to try to get an advantage from the spiders instead of looking for a fight. But Joanna says, nah, screw that. I'm going in for the tank. I want them thick thighs that May's got. And Die for Catgirls does start to back off to get behind the spider. Condemn back up, comes in, 2-man Condemn. Here comes Sailor Twift with the line from Malthael, forcing Mongoose to use his trait. The Cryo Freeze coming out from May. Bot lane, Gazlo trying to keep that Web Weaver off. Haven't seen a whole lot of the bot lane tonight, which means they're doing a good job. Top Web Weaver goes down. Mid Web Weaver pushing on Fort. Ghost really trying to make sure that they don't lose any major structure here. That does set a bad tone for the rest of the game. They are down half a level. About to get this mid Web Weaver cleared. Gazlo got the bottom Web Weaver already taken care of. D.Va still trying to put that pressure on. AFK pushbot D.Va seems to be working out. As we approach level 10, so I'll see if I can catch those talents before a major team fight. Again, it looks like Die for Catgirls is trying to force a fight while ReGen Ghost really waiting for that level 10. Also, I apologize for my cursor being on the screen. If somebody can remind me how to fix that in OBS, I will gladly do so. And up here in the top lane, Joanna trying to obstruct any turn-ins. A big, large amount, bigly number of gems on ReGen Ghost. Looking to get a turn-in. Maybe hoping level 10s will help him. We do have 10s. We got Nano Boost and a Wailing Arrow on the Sylvanas. Micro Missiles Diva, Blessed Shield Joanna, Tormented Souls, and Not Last Rites on the Malthael. We get Ice Wall, Warden's Cage, Stay a While, Listen, Eternal Feast, and Gravel Bomb coming in for the big old wombo from ReGen Ghost. Let's see who executes. We might find out right now. Here comes the Tormented Souls. There's the Sleep, Unstoppable from Joe, and the Umbral Binds pulls in the Malthael. There's the Eternal Feast on the outside of the cage. And nothing happens on this one. Ice Wall used to obstruct a retreat. Mongoose icing away, trying to get away from the Joe and the Malthael. Malthael jumps in. Mongoose getting real low. Another, I think it was Literak got real low. Where did he? There he is. Maev is slippery. That mid fort going down for Die for Catgirls. So they still win out on that fight, even though nobody died and every button has been pressed. Oh, Willie, thanks for the information. Yeah, it's nice to see good-hearted players in the game. That's really what this community needs. It's what makes us stronger. I don't know where the poll results went, so some of you that do these predictions, also if you know where those went, let me know. And a double turn-in for Die for Catgirls. These web weavers coming in strong, going to be a hard defense for ReGen Ghost. Maev trying to get in. Unstoppable coming from the Joanna, not gonna have it. Top web weaver goes down. Bottom web weaver getting low. Bottom fort does fall. Gaslam not able to protect it. Yeah, Murda, if you don't mind hollering at me how to hide my cursor on OBS, because I forgot. Five-man push in the top lane front. Die for Catgirls. Three-man defense. Most of the buttons are up for ReGen Ghost. Look for a engage here. We're about to have Ice Wall as well. We may see something come up. Looks like Mongoose is sharking for the Ice Wall to allow Lid and Dub to follow it up. Big turn-ins coming in. No, Gapsel has 43 gems. Really going to try to get the turn-in. There's a Blizzard. There's a Feast. There's the Warden's Cage. That's a double kill right out of the beginning of the buttons. Almost feels like a wasted Feast. Double kill over to ReGen Ghost, now taking the kill lead. Dub catching Joanna, trying to get away, goes ahead and pops the Iron Skin to get out, but a sick Umbral Bind. Not gonna lie, there's a big condemn onto the Maev, says I can pull you in too. Gets stunned by the Blizzard. Here comes the Gravel Bomb into the root. There's the big old Sleep waiting for the cooldowns. May slides in, Ice Wall on the, I think that's Anna to prevent a retreat. Mongoose is gonna fall for it though, as Memento Mori, no, that's Black Harvest, gets finished by Malthael. And the kill count now 2-2. Let's take a look at numbers. Here's some numbers. You like numbers? Here's some more numbers. Y'all don't care about those numbers. XP still in favor of Die for Catgirls. Die for Catgirls working on clearing the lanes, trying to get control. Web Weavers do fall. Now it's ReGen Ghost's turn to have an opportunity to turn in. Or for a double turn in, but Orpheus going to fall, losing those gems. Where's the button I want? Oh, CC time. Literak using a Warden's Cage to get away with 60-something health. D.Va going to try to come in with the Q kill. There it is. There's the vault of the Wardens. It's not going to be enough. That's 17 gems, as Lonely Island says, to the ground. Those are going to be gone. As we get a boss call coming from Die for Catgirls. Pat, yes, if he played an aggressive melee like that, but Icewall I think is better to stay with the team and be able to set up, whereas Avalanche would be used more defensively by this team. ReGen Ghost still looking for that opportunity to turn in. But that boss getting pushed in. They're down by 2 forts. The top fort close to falling for ReGen Ghost. Die for Catgirls doing really well here. And they get their turn in. 3 turn-ins to 1 in favor of Die for Catgirls. They really showed up to play tonight, sticking it to this wombo combo of a team comp on ReGen Ghost. Die for Catgirls coming in the 5-man push down in the bottom lane. Gonna try to get this keep, maybe even before their Web Weaver gets there. ReGen Ghost rushing to the aid of this keep. There's the Blizzard, there's the Snow Blind. Would have been a great opportunity for the Ice Wall, but here it might come again. There goes the Maev, not able to get the engage, not blowing the ult though. Really good control and discipline. Malthael comes in with Tormented Souls onto the Mongoose. Ice Wall catching Anna. The Black Arrows are out on the keep. They expire. There's the big sleep. That's a 3-4-man sleep. There's the cage, and the feast is going to catch D.Va. It's wreaking havoc. It's still going. That Eternal Feast is hungry, but no one dies. Mongoose and Malthael trading. Maev gonna fall as well. D.Va Mech looking like it's in trouble. This Web Weaver pushing in on the core. Middle Web Weaver about to fall, trying to get some keep damage. Top Web Weaver also getting low. Might not get a whole lot on the keep. Core still at 100% as Die for Catgirls goes for the keep. They're going for full structure domination. Two katas on the core. D.Va needs to drop. Decker getting in position for something. And yeah, Web Weavers are clear. Lots of gems still held for ReGen Ghost.
Destroy their constructs. Reclaim the gems of my power. Show no mercy.
And looks like ReGen Ghost is going to come in. They're going to try to get this turn in real quick. I think they're going to be able to because all of Die for Catgirls is down in the bottom. There's the turn in. Blue Web Weavers. ReGen Ghost does need to go clear to get any value out of these Web Weavers instead of making them just a reset. Although sometimes you just need the Web Weavers to be a reset and allow an opportunity for getting your composure back. I think ReGen Ghost really needs to take a breath here and recompose themselves. Lid looking for the engage. Die for Catgirls coming in. They see him now. Yeah. Ooh, a big sleep on Mongoose. Anna able to get away, not allowing Mongoose to come in with the CC. A big scouting blind onto Malthael and Joanna. Almost like a Joanna flashlight, but much smaller. There's a Blizzard coming out. Web Weavers are just about cleared. Mongoose with the big engage onto 3. There's the cage. There's the feast. There's the sleep. Ice Wall blocking off the retreat. Grab a bomb trying to get them gathered up. A little bit late, not getting extra feast value out of it. And 2 go down for ReGen Ghost while the Anna falls. Mongoose trying to pick up some gems and get out clean. Literak coming in with the help. There's the cage. Iron Skin comes out. Joanna getting low, but Literak gonna fall instead. Maev not quite able to get out, but live and die for the tank. Gets Mongoose out. Mongoose gonna have to top off. A rough game 1 coming from the Wombo combo, and a really, really stellar performance coming out of the triple bruiser main front line. Let's take a look at, if I can find it, damage. The damage looks pretty even. And it looks like Die for Catgirl is going to try to finish off the core. Mongoose might be able to hold them off, though. They're getting a little low. This could be the wipe that they need. Going to go ahead and get it set up. Going to have another chance at the gold. And there's a sleep. Diva Mech getting low. 17, 13% core. That is all of the damage. And now here is an opportunity for ReGen Ghost. They have a 10% core. Shield's going to start coming up, so they got to watch out for the back door. But they need to make a play right now. They don't have enough gems. They're probably going to go up to the boss. Anna got to play safe. If Anna steps out, Anna's dead. Right now, she needs to wait for her team, like she's doing. Gazlo doing the Lord's work on the clear. 4-man boss play. They don't need a scout because Anna's the only threat. And level 20s are picked up for both teams. Let's take a look. Ooh, lag. We have Nano Infusion, Bolt of the Storm, a Blade of Armor, Indestructible. No one can stop death. Coming out of Die for Catgirls, along with Ice Wall Improve for the Armor Break, Shadow Orb, Vengeance for the reset on the Spirit, Respect the Elderly for the Silence and Blinds, Eldritch Conduit because Orphea things, and Miniature Black Hole. And ReGen Ghost coming in, showing some fight. They've got a boss. They almost have enough gems. They need to clear that top wave in order to get them, or just let Gazlo finish up collecting the gems, I guess. And still not quite enough gems for the turn in. Gazlo going to come in, protect this last keep. Die for Catgirls and fending off the boss with ease. That boss not going to get a whole lot of extra damage. And enough gems for the turn-in. Gazlo at 22, not going to be able to make it in time for turn-in. That's going to be rough. Yeah, that would have been good, Ender. That's actually a really, really good thought, going for the extra slows. But I think they didn't think they would have a trouble with it with the May Blizzard and whatnot. Gazlo is able to turn in and get the blue web weavers. Looks like they're going to try to get some mid clear here. Maev looking for that engage, but it's not quite there. Die for Catgirls taking an opportunity, not have Maev engage up to maybe step forward. Looks like they're just going to try to clear instead. As Maev comes flanking around, looking for an opportunity. Ooh, that's not the button. And there's the big sleep onto the Joanna. Joanna going to be silenced. There's the Warden's Cage, followed up with the Feast. It's going to catch Anna. Anna goes down, while Malthiel in the back line on 3. Lid and Dub being chased down by the front line. Malthiel goes down. Double kill for ReGen Ghost. Sylvanas trying to get out with the Haunting Wave. There is the Vault of the Wardens coming out from Literak, but Diva dashes back in. Mongoose icing, gonna look for a little bit of extra help here for his team. There's a big old root coming out of the Deckard Pane. Joanna pops the Indestructible. Still no one on ReGen Ghost dead yet, but Literak looking low. And Joanna barely in the triple digits, having to back up. And ReGen Ghost saying, we're still in this game. We may not have a core, but we're still in this game. Mongoose, not Mongoose, Murda. I think it's a practice issue with the ice wall, but that's with my very limited knowledge. But that's a good question for Mongoose. If I get the chance, I'll ask him about it. Without being too critical at the same time. I've been told I like to seek out the wrong information in my interviews. But they have to get there first. Whereas Die for Catgirls is in really good shape for taking this game 1. Looks like Die for Catgirls trying to go in. They're going to circle around top. Maybe try to get that top keep. ReGen Ghost coming in from the side. Literat catching the flank. Trying to catch the D.Va in the pilot form. Maybe no. D.Va back in the mech. There is the Mongoose engage. There's a good ice wall. A very disjointed set of follow-up. But there's a Warden's Cage. Dubsy gets knocked out before he can drop the Eternal Feast. Malthael gonna go down. I don't think he has None Can Stop Death available. Maiev also gonna fall. D.Va charging in onto the Mongoose May. And this looks like this core might fall. Die for Catgirls coming in, trying to wear down the shield. They do have 4 on the core, and the damage is dead. Maybe Gazlo can do some CC magic with the Maiev, but this core is falling. It's at 10% still, though, with its shield. Gazlo gonna fall, and I believe that does it for game number 1. Going over to Die for Catgirls. Game number 1, going over to Die for Catgirls. Let me get this popped up there. Well, that's a cool interaction. I like that. Excuse me. Sorry about that, Morty. So, looking at this, the damage is pretty even. Definitely not what I expected to see out of a... not what I expected to see out of Die for Catgirls with that team. I expected them to be bulky. I did not expect them to have that much damage. Hang on, I'm also trying to figure out where I can hide my cursor. I saw hide cursor on projectors. Is that the same thing? I'm trying to find it, y'all. I'm sorry. But overall, ReGen Ghost came back into the game pretty well. I think if they had more core, they would have been able to defend better. But they lost they lost a lot of core health on that previous push from Die for Catgirls. Die for Catgirls did a good job of just waiting out, trying not to take any bad fights, and just giving themselves the opportunity to go in and just finish off the core. So overall, good job to them. And definitely looking forward to what we have for Game 2. That being said, what is Game 2? Also, still need some help figuring out how to hide my cursor. Let's see if a quick Dr. Google will help. We are going to Towers of Doom. Alright, y'all might see a little bit of extra stuff here. Just a second. I need to, I think I figured out how to do it. We're going to Towers of Doom, trying to figure out who it was picked by. Looks like Team 2, looks like Die for Catgirls picked. So, we will see. Alright, this is not what stuff normally looks like, so hang on. This one? Capture cursor. All right, I figured it out. Where are we? We're here. All right, thank you for bearing with me for that. What happened? Pat, you gave Fuzzy Taco Lips to have a pet treat be given to the wife, and I want to stay married. All right. There we go, Pat. She got a cookie, which she wasn't even supposed to have.
Towers of Doom.
Although she did bring me this giant-ass mug of apple cider, so that's a thing. All right, you heard it from him. As I was saying, you heard it from him. We're going to Towers of Doom. Oh, that is hot, which makes sense. That makes sense that it's hot. Stukov ban, again, really trying to deny that Stukov from Die for Catgirls, as well as Diablo. Diablo going away. Oh, honey, I did find an ant in the bottom of the other mug. I don't know how they're getting in there. They're either in the tea kettle, which I've rinsed out multiple times, or they're getting into the apple cider packets. Things that y'all wanted to know, I'm sure. Ooh, that is keying out my white shirt for some reason. So let's catch up on the game, because that's what everyone's here for. No, they're both cider. But this one is, yeah, you like the big one. Anyway, we're catching up on the game. The game beast. Stukov Malthiel getting banned. Diablo Chromie getting banned. We see Chernobyl picking up Joanna again, along with Cassia on Sailor Twift. Sylvanas picking up Litterock. Yeah, that makes sense. So Beast, the only one with the correct answer, Die for Catgirls, wins game number 1. And now that we're in the draft, let's start game number 2. Yep, I do like the Mouth Respect ban. Mouth played a really good job. So now that these teams are starting to come together, we see Sylvanas Tassar Uther coming in for ReGen Ghost. And I really hope that's Archon to get the Magic Shred, because Sylvanas does really strong mixed damage. So I think she'll get a lot of benefit from Magic Shred. As Anduin and ETC get banned, Cassie and Joanna still not a strong look into what they have in plan. There's the Lunara. And so I think Die for Catgirls is looking for another hard-to-kill comp. Lunara is hard to catch. Cassie is difficult to kill, especially with that Protect, but also the baseline armor. Joanna is Joanna. Brightwing is an asshole. And so this team is really developing for... is really developing a survival comp. TLV? What? Alright, so we got the Lost Vikings here on Towers of Doom. Coming in, special delivery. Gonna play that soak game. Oh, he did say small? Okay. So we're playing the soak game on both teams now with the Zool. Sorry about that. Yeah. I don't have a lot of speculation here. These teams look strong. Both teams look really strong A lot of poking potential, a lot of delay potential. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so Beast, you were talking about this one? So I really like the shape of it. This came out of the officer's mess from the ship I used to be on. I can't replace it in a very easy or really in a difficult way. It's going to be hard to replace.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
All right, Towers of Doom. In the blue corner, we have Andrew on Uther, Litterrock on Sylvanas, Dubsy613 on Tassadar, Mongoose on May, Aaron on Olaf, Aaron on Balog, Aaron on Eric. That is your team. ReGen, Ghost over here in the red trunk, Sir Noble on the Joanna, Teeth on Lunara, Skather on the zombie plush unicorn. That is Zool, Shamhat on the Brightwing, and Sailor Twift. Look at the Skinergy. I love it. The 3 people that can ride mounts are all riding the fluffy unicorns. Sailor Twift on the Cassia. That is your team. Die for Catgirls. And Olaf already taking a beating in the middle. They're shown Lunaris seeing. They didn't see enough to feel good about the cheese. Sylvanas not going to get that black arrow action down bot lane. Unfortunate for ReGen Ghost, looking for any advantage to get ahead early. There's the black arrow, is going to get a little bit of damage, at least suppressed damage coming out on them. And a whole lot of nothing. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I'm sorry. Here. I have now fixed the overlay because I'm bad. As much as I'm sure y'all would like to watch this reaction video, we are here to watch the fight instead. And early camps coming out from both teams. Catgirls gets their Cyber Camp first. A nice Tassadar wall to block them off, so ReGen Ghost gets there as well. Yeah, Beast, as I was saying, I forgot to change the overlay. There is still a lot of just, you know, yelling at each other down in the lane. Nice condemn coming out onto Andrew and May. May looking really low, about 25% health. The poison taken off from Lunara. That fake damage coming in hot. As Catgirl says, never mind, we're good. We're chill. Y'all chill, we chill. And they chill. And both teams trying to clear. And this is where we're going to be for a while.
You must capture them quickly.
Keep in mind that prediction is still up for another few minutes. If you think one team has convinced you one way or the other as to how this game is going to go. First objective is up. Brightwing helping out the Zool. Gonna go ahead and cap that top. Ultra gets interrupted by Eric, who can interrupt all day. Olaf catching the left side. We have a fight down here over the mid objective. Zool headed up to help Brightwing get rid of the Eric. Eric not gonna be able to keep interrupting into 2. But now we have a 4v3 down here. Mongoose going in on the Cassia. Sailor Twift gonna get on top of the side storm. Gonna dash in onto the Tassadar into the back line. Sailor Twift looking a little low. Cassia running out of health. There's the wall from the Tassadar trying to keep her stuck. Not going to work. There's a Blizzard delaying the Joanna. We now have a 4.5. The nobody, and Dive Catgirls is going to get the first advantage on Towers of Doom. Mid objective going down Cassie goes down for the first blood. Happened, you know, pretty quick, kind of sudden. I showed it to you though. We got to see it this time. And so ReGen Ghost taking advantage of the man up advantage, or I guess woman up advantage in this case, as Cassia is respawning. They take this siege camp of the sappers, gonna try to bring them in, hope that they can get a little bit of structure damage. And there it goes, all three into one tower, and trying to even out the lane a little bit. Gonna go ahead and pick up their sappers as well. Yeah, that's true, Beast. Eric is just going in there, making Zul have a bad day. And Mongoose having to cryo freeze as he gets engaged on by 4. The rest of ReGen Ghost capping their siege camp and coming around to his rescue. Yeah, that's exactly right, Pat. Mid altar coming up. About 10 seconds. I'll show you talents before we get started into it. I expect to see a full 7v5 down here. No, it's just 5v5. We'll leave all 3 Vikings up. 4v4. Gonna go for that XP advantage, which they're kind of getting. Yeah, about 3,000 extra XP for the Vikings. Cassia going for the channel, trying to get it before Lee can interrupt. There's the interrupt from Sylvanas, as the rest of ReGen Ghost was zoned out by the entirety of Die for Catgirls. Cassia going to get that channel now, as there's a 4v4 down in the middle. Brightwing to the rescue of Sir Noble on the Joanna. Joanna back to half health. Rough shape after that fight, but they got the objective. They now lead with 36 core health to 28. Big Wailing Arrow out onto Lunara and Brightwing. No real follow-up to speak of, though, coming from ReGen Ghost. There's the blind. He went structure disabled. This is an interesting build coming out of May. Not one that I've seen a whole lot. I'm really interested to see how it works out. Sorry about that. As Blizzard comes in, Blizzard goes out. And we see, and if I can get my hand over there, we'll really see. Die for Catgirls does pick up their camp. The ReGen Ghost camp still has about 5 seconds left to come up. ReGen Ghost not going to be able to pick it up. A big Blizzard and slide on to the Brightwing. Brightwing getting stunned by the Blizzard. No follow-up from ReGen Ghost, however, as the rest of Die for Catgirls steps in to disrupt. Let's take a look at the XP. A 5,000 XP lead for the Vikings now. A full level for ReGen Ghost. Let's see if they can turn that into a little bit more of a talent advantage. The Snowball not catching anybody, but Tassadar goes down as Uther finishes his level 1 quest. Look for that to be a lot more beefier during these team fights, as Eric interrupting all of this capture action over here. Brightwing has to go up. There's no altar down here, but both teams are fighting like there is, and Sylvanas gonna fall. Brightwing looks like she's gonna cap that objective, but Mongoose and Uther, yes, one of those is a player name, one's a character name. What of it? Brightwing going to Brightwing gonna cap that altar after Zul and Brightwing successfully kill the Eric. Kill the Eric. That is not a call to action, by the way. It's an expression from the game, sort of. Brightwing coming in, hanging out with Sailor Twift. The tower looking a little low. A full ReGen Ghost action onto this Sapper camp, but here come the other 2 members of Die for Catgirls. Looks like a Sentinel Wisp coming in. Mongoose chilling in the bush, ready to anchor, ready to fight for this camp. The camp going to go down. Another good Tassadar wall, blocking out Die for Catgirls. Here comes Olaf chasing Zul. Zul going to root the Olaf. Olaf does his jumpy thingy, and a leaping strike from Lunara over the cryo-frozen May. Meg sliding in, trying to get an engage on the Cassia. Cassia does get stunned. A nice wall to stop retreat. Brightwing able to jump in as well, though. Brightwing low. Cassia protected, goes down. Joanna less than 200 health. A big Iron Skin comes out, putting her at over 2,000 effective health. There's the Wailing Arrow, 90 HP, and the follow-up from Sylvanas. That is a double VT coming from Sylvanas. 4-man kills coming for ReGen Ghost. That is 5-2 now on the kill count as they get to knock over bottom, take the Sapper camp. They don't get to walk it in yet, but they do get to take the fort and take the camp. And looks like we're going to send one person, probably one Viking is going to go over. That is Eric, headed to the altar while we get a 3-man defense of the objective. Not of the objective, of the altar, which is the objective, basically. Let's be real. We know how this map works. Sappers are going to get cleared out before they can get to the dead zone for 3 extra points. That was a 5-point altar for ReGen Ghost. Score 27-24. They're now down by 1 altar, and they are defending this keep with their lives. Probably not. But they do not want to yield. Hold the line, they said. Bottom keep to the moon as Cassia drags Litarak in with the Valkyrie. Litarak gets melted. The snowball not quite enough to keep him alive, but it does move 2 out. Big Blizzard stunning 2 in the back line. Joanna stepping forward. Brightwing healing up the Lunara. Lunara was looking a little rough, but they do manage to step up. Looks like they're going to take this keep back. Andrew having to go back. Out of mana on Uther. Low on health. Not wanting to activate his super heals. Dead Uther, best Uther. Let's be real. That fort does go back to die for Catgirls. And now we see an invade on the Sapper camp. Tastadar smells it. Mongoose smells it. Are they going to go for it? No, they do not want to fight man down. Smart decision. As objectives are starting to come up, we do see a rotation on the Vikings. As I was showing, ReGen Ghost clear the Sappers. So, I mean, Vikings don't count, right? No one cares about that. Zul catching this altar on the friendly side. Sylvan is going to uncontested get the altar in the bottom, try to rotate up to the top to catch the action, but ReGen Ghost going to be at a disadvantage going into this fight as Uther goes down to the Lunara. Sticky Lunara not able to get away. Brightwing comes in with the phase shift. There's the booger from the Zul. Tastadar trying to poke a little bit, but Sylvanas Wailing Arrow comes in, and Blizzard, well-placed Blizzard behind that wall. Eric coming down to try to get some delay. Cassia going to channel onto this. This is going to solidly put them in the lead by two altars if they can manage to get it. There is a lot of Destruct coming from ReGen Ghost, so lots of poking ability. May getting rooted and then going unstoppable to defend from the root. Looks like Eric is going to fall. No, look at that health regen coming from the Vikings trait. Going to interrupt the Cassia one more time. Yes, he does. Eric's now going to fall to the Lunar. Not able to get away that time. Big Blizzard coming out, pushing out. Die for Catgirls, but they're going to come back in. They're now low from all the poke. Brightwing coming in with a big phase shift onto the Cassia, who in turn, Valkyrie's Litarak yet again. Sylvanas going to go down. A Divine Storm to catch the Lunar out. Here comes Balog. Not in time to interrupt the Brightwing catching the altar, but they might still be able to catch some more kills. Joanna and Zul both low, sub 1,000 health. It won't take a whole lot, but Cassia disrupting the rest of ReGen Ghost, choked in the bush. And Zul and Joanna are going to get out clean with that objective. Picked up by Brightwing just before Balog could interrupt. Heartbreaking for ReGen Ghost. Good momentum for Die for Catgirls. Riding game 1 into this game 2. Holding on to control. Barely maybe even seeing it slip for a minute with that bottom keep going down. But they've taken it back. They are in the driver's seat at the moment. So now we might be asking, this is game 2. Die for Catgirls won game 1. Die for Catgirls is in a good position here on game 2. How does ReGen Ghost force a game 3? How do they come back in this game 2 to force game 3? Well, I think it comes down to getting that bottom fort back. Well, duh, Taco, that's obvious. Right. So, they're controlled fights. The XP lead from TLV. The XP lead from TLV, not as large as we would hope coming from a TLV. They're just up by about a half level. They will get 20s first, though, as long as this fight doesn't go drastically wrong. But Lunara putting out a lot of poison damage. The Wailing Arrow is already out. There is the Divine Storm. Look to see the Archon get popped here momentarily as it just came off a cooldown. The Vikings have shown up. There goes a phase shift. Sailor Twift running out with about a third of her health available as no one dies. Don't you love these fights where a whole lot happens and no one dies? Although Die for Catgirls still has a lot of their buttons. No buttons left for ReGen Ghost. And good pickup from Olaf on an altar. Gonna ease up a little bit of pressure. Nice delay from the Snowblind onto the Brightwing. Olaf coming in, trying to, there's the Blizzard interrupting, and Eric barely gets away as Sylvanas trying to pick out the Zul. Zul shields just in time, stun onto the Mei. Valkyrie catching Tassadar this time, protected by that little hut. Tass still not able to get out though. Big Blizzard not gonna stun anybody, however. And that is 2.5 heroes going down on the side of ReGen Ghost. Lunara going to catch this objective fairly handily. And that's a Sabricamp pickup for Die for Catgirls. Now up 19-12. Looking in a great position to close out this game. Here comes the Sappers to finish off this bottom fort, and all three are going to go into it. No extra points going over to no extra points going over to Die for Catgirls on that objective. Not on objective, that camp. Sorry about the back and forth. There is a slide into the back line. Big snowball, two-man snowball into the dead zone. Gonna pick up the damage. There is the Wailing Arrow. A late Blizzard, not gonna be able to get a stun onto the dead zone. A big offensive wall coming out of the Tassadar. The Booker comes out from Zulba. May going back in. And a low. Olaf dies. Brightwing dies. Lunara gets out just barely. Slow and big damage from the Tassadar onto the Joe. May stays alive, but oh so barely. A one for not a real hero trade. But ReGen Ghost is down 2 forts. There, well, technically, I guess 4 if you do the math, right? 1 to 5. They had to get 2 of their forts back before this objective. They have no real access to this middle altar except through this choke point right here. They really want these forts. Bottom fort gets picked up. About 16 seconds till the altar spawns. They may even do a give call to try to get control of the map, but I doubt it. As we get a 3-man defense coming to this middle fort. 5 seconds left on the altar. May headed in for the delay. And mounts up to get immediately dismounted. Zul is capping the altar. The fort goes down. May trying to get there. Is there an interrupt? No, there's not. Zul uncontested gets that middle altar. Scored 19-8. Although, as it has been pointed out, this is the comeback map. 5-man rush on to the bottom fort. Murda, I think you're right. These sustained fights really aren't going for it. But Sylvanas isn't super bursty. We'll look at level 20s here in a second also. I don't even think I went over level 10s. Sylvanas isn't super bursty. And neither is Tassadar, so they might have their work cut out for them doing that. As Eric gets picked off yet again, Balog about to do the same. Real quick, let's look at these. Avalanche and Flash Freeze on May. Ooh, I'm getting a little bit of lag there for a second. Wailing Arrow, Bolt of the Storm. Divine Storm and Benediction. That's another Viking kill. And we get a push down bot. Archon improved. Play again. Fury of the Storm on ReGen Ghost. Over here for Die for Catgirls. Blink Heal improved. Booger improved. Surge of... Sorry, not Surge of Light. Valkyrie improved. No? I don't know. That's another Viking dies. Sorry for the lag there. I don't know what's happening there. That might be server issues. 2 Vikings down coming into this fight. Ultra's about to spawn. And ReGen Ghost can't afford to give up both of these unless they tap that mid keep over. Leaping Strike with Intensifying Toxin. Blessed Shield improved. Looks like ReGen Ghost is just going to settle for getting their own. Not going to try to interrupt the Zool. Die for Catgirls saying the same thing. We'll bring this down to a 1 altar, 1 boss game. But really, I think this next set of altars is 3. That is technically an opportunity for ReGen Ghost to just win. Hi, silly girl. You okay? Are you okay? I bet you need to go outside. Eric working hard to get that top fort back. Die for Catgirls picking up that camp. Zool trying to get his keep back. I said altar for Eric. That's a fort. Keep, whatever. Flashlight onto the main. Not going to do a whole lot, but she'll throw a snowball back like, ugh. See, I can do it too. As Lunara pops her with the poison. And now ReGen Ghost in a decent fort position. Although they're getting taken back as well. Looks like they're going to try to take bottom back quickly, though. As Eric and Balog are getting this top altar pretty well. Olaf anchoring in this bush. The next objective is just a 2 altar objective. And we see a boss start for ReGen Ghost. That is risky, but maybe they're just looking for the fight. Because they know that Die for Catgirls just needs this to win. But Die for Catgirls can also peel off and go get an objective, which I expect the Vikings to do instead. While there's a fight over this boss, maybe? Because ReGen Ghost can't let any of these 3 resources go away. So I'm going to try to follow the action, but there's a lot of potential places for this action. Eric's heading down to the bot. Olaf going to go for the middle altar. A huge mega snowball coming out of the May 4-man snowball into the keep. Enough time for Olaf to cap the altar. Eric catches it too. This is coming down to a big 5v5 boss fight on Towers of Doom. Oh my god, here we go. There's a big stun from Uther out onto the Lunara. Lunara leaping strike away over the boss. The Divine Storm. Vikings catch the Brightwing. There goes the Booger. The boss is going down. Big team. Oh my, what the hell just happened? ReGen Ghost gonna cap the boss as they take down the Zool, probably. Where's the blind? And game number 2 goes over to ReGen Ghost with the 2nd best finish I've ever seen on this map. Holy shit! What the hell? What? 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 So congratulations to everyone that picked ReGen Ghost for game number 2. What? Hang on, I need a minute. Oh my god. Yeah, somebody, I'll clip it later unless somebody will get that real quick. I'm glad I moved over onto it in time. What? All right, I need a second. I'm gonna cash in Vel's 10 push-ups, and And I'm gonna catch my breath. Alright, push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And as we have someone trying, I don't know if y'all can hear me. So, someone's trying to eat my face while I do my push-up, so he's keyed out a little bit right now, but here's Darian. Buttons are weird. Hang on. Mongoose just whispered to me, we gotta take a minute. Oh my god! Honey, I'm gonna need some whiskey in this apple cider. OMG, that creature, I know, right? Oh man, I know that like there's supposed to be commentary and stuff, but do you really need it from that? Like, hi Darian. Hey bud. What?
He's so cute.
Yeah, he is. Game number 2. Oh my lance. Beast. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more webcams soon. I'm gonna try to put up a dog cam, and I'll try to have it set up so when I do like push-ups or something, y'all can see that I actually do it. Also, what the hell? I wish I could have, like, honestly, I wish I could have called that fight more actively for yeah, let's do that. There we go. For that fight, but oh my goodness. Like, can we all, I think we just all need a minute. Oh jeez. Murda throwing shade at me in Discord. I hope I don't get, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So let's look at that real quick, cause no, I need to. I need to figure out how to do an instant replay setup. All right, we're going to Infernal Shrines here next. Yeah, I can't even do a just. That's why Towers of Doom is the comeback map. So, whew, oh my. You're right, I should have had Velcocast because she could fill in also with I don't believe it. I can't believe it. That was, oh my goodness. All right, Morty. All right. Coming into... Oh, I should probably show the map. All right, so... They picked Infernal Shrines. So, game number 3 in this opening week of NGS Season 11. I love it. What a game. What a game number 2 of that Towers of Doom. What the... Oh my goodness. Oh man. One sec. So here we are in the draft for Infernal Shrines. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Maybe a TLV ban because of how annoying it was, and this is a 3-lane map. There goes the Diablo. They really don't want to see Mongoose playing that Diablo. Thank you, Ignacy, for getting that clip. And Stukov being taken away as well. They really don't want Shamhat playing the Stukov. Beast flaunting his ability to pick the winner of these games. So we're gonna start prediction for game number 3. Joanna May bans. Wait a second. Wait, hang on. So Mongoose plays May both games. Sir Noble plays Joe both games. But then they banned their own tanks. What? Well, no, honey, we can use the dog cam in other ways. We can like put it where like Silly likes to lay at my feet kind of a thing. Not that we want to put my feet on the stream, but put it where they like to be and turn it on when they're there. So Anduin gets picked up for Die for Catgirls. Chromie and ETC come over for Dub C613 and Mongoose coming in with
Victory for the Forsaken. My blades are
with Chromie and ETC, both really strong picks here. Chromie really strong in general right now. Sylvanas and Sonya coming in for Die for Catgirls, looking for that shrine control. Yeah, Beast, that does happen. It seems like the team that picks the map a lot tends to lose it. I don't know why, and it might just be how strong that first pick is. Garrosh getting banned out by ReGen Ghost. Yeah, I don't know that Game 3 can live up to Game 2. Game 2 is the way. Murder, ain't that the truth? Deathwing gets banned again. Yeah, his mobility here, big target, big health pool. I'm surprised we haven't seen Tychus show up at all, pick or ban. Maybe both teams decided that last nerf was. Never mind. Never mind. Never you mind. Child, please. Never mind. Deckard come in. Deckard being picked up for the Andrew. Genji and Tyrael also picked up by Die for Catgirls. It's funny. So I didn't know if anybody actually played Genji, but when I was setting up with these guys earlier today, I was like, all right, I want a clean fight. No rabbit punches, no horse collars, no Genjis, no backdooring. just kind of going through just a list of, you know, like at the beginning of a boxing match. And they bring out the Genji. And of course it's Sailor Twift, because everybody knows she's got no Wait a second. Wait a second. Take a deep breath, Taco. This is Sailor Twift, not the unmentionable. It's okay. It's okay. Uther comes out. We're looking at double support as well coming into this. Looking for that sustain to keep Chromie and Tychus able to clear out the shrines is what it looks like. Double frontline, double sustain. I'm excited for this comp from ReGen Ghost. Sonya pretty standard. Sylvanas, yeah. Disable forts with John Cena. Tyrael main tank. You don't see that a whole lot, so I'm excited to see what we get out of Sir Noble.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
There is 6 minutes left. There are 6 minutes left on the prediction. Now that we're done with the draft, you might feel better about your predictions. If you want to wait a few minutes, you can still do that. Looks like heavy predictions going into Die for Catgirls. As we have in the blue trunks, Dub C613 on the Chromie, Literek on Tychus, Aaron on Uther, Mongoose on ETC, and Andrew on Decker. That is your team, ReGen Ghost. And over here in the red trunks, Sailor Twift on the Gin Jesus, Sir Noble on Tyrael, Teeth on Sylvanas, Shamhat on Anduin, and Skathar on Sonya. That is your team, Die for Catgirls. Again, still looking for that sponsorship from HoloLive. Reno Jackson saying they're doing the thing. I want to know what thing it is that they're doing. And let's see, we do have a Q build coming out of Sylvanas. Prog Rock, there's the Sapphire from Deckard. Time Walker's Pursuit, Uther going stacking auto attacks. Let's see, anything else in particular? Nope, both offlaners are established. Both teams setting up their 4v4 or their 4-man rotations. Look, Frox, I'm doing my best, okay? I'm trying. They didn't tell me. I didn't get a roster pronunciation guide, so I just got to call it how it's a season. In the words of the great Oscar Gamble, they don't think it be like it is, but it do. And early camps coming out for both teams. Oh, the classic Light Bomb on the Genji? That's, yeah. Although, I do want to see Light Bomb on a Judgment, not going to lie. Those are both interesting. I think Light Bomb on Judgment would be more entertaining because I don't think it's seen all that much. Slide from the ETC in. Sylvanas going to Haunted Wave out. Man, that apple cider is good. Both teams clearing up the lanes, not letting those camps get any progress. We see a little bit of structure damage in the top lane, little tiny bit in the bottom lane. See the Time Walker's Pursuit scouting out the camp. And yeah. Let's look at the numbers. I think Uther's just trying to finish up his quest. Hey, it looks like he's almost done. Is he done? Yeah, Uther's done with the quest. Sorry, jumping around, still trying to get the controls back under control with this new season. Uther getting some damage out. Alright, this first objective is a Frozen Punisher. So both teams really want to get this, especially the team with Sylvanas, that is Die for Catgirls. Leap of Faith comes out onto the Sonya, looking a little low, trying to stay up, as both teams about even on the Shrine Monkeys. A nice root onto Tyrael. Gonna let Dub get a little bit of extra damage, maybe, as ReGen Ghost takes a big lead onto the Shrine. Looks like Die for Catgirls is going to just give the objective and try to defend. Sonya down in the middle lane, trying to get an XP lead. And ReGen Ghost gets the objective, down level 7s. There they are. Now just down about a third of a level coming into this first Punisher. Again, Frozen Punisher going to disable structures. Really easy to fight with, hard to fight into. More so than the others. Uther and Sonya just facing off down in the middle, but this fort looking a little bit low. They get the front wall, they get towers. That's going to be all that they get with that first Punisher, but again, less than 5 minutes into the game, these objectives are not very strong yet. We are almost out of time on the prediction. You've seen the first objective. Get your prediction points in. An invade on the siege camp from Ghost, 4 into 3, so Die for Catgirls is just going to have to let them take it and clear it at the fort. Sylvanas, unstable poison for the clear at level 4. Not worrying too much about the camps. And Anduin falls to the Chromie. First blood behind the gate, going over to ReGen Ghost. Chromie popping off, showing why she's such a strong hero right now. A nice root coming from Deckard Payne Kane. And we're getting keyboard Deckard, or piano Deckard. We've got all three gems. So probably not going to pick up Cube Mass Perfect Gems at 20 just because he's going to be able to get a rotation on them. But maybe. I mean, I like it. I think it's fun. Really interested to see what comes out of the Deckard. Level 10's up for both teams real quick before we get a fight, but we're getting a fight anyway. Mosh Pit, Commander Odin, stay a while and listen. Slowing Sands and Divine Shield. For ReGen Ghost with Light Bomb, Leap, X Strike, Judgment, and Wailing Arrow, as kind of we were talking about for Die for Catgirls. So I know we have some insider information, and I'm not asking you to share, but the rest of you, what do you think? Do we think we see more Judgment Light Bombs or more X Strike Light Bombs? And next shrine activating, this is going to be a Mortar Punisher. That's the fire one. Does a lot of damage, a lot of burst damage. It's easier to fight into you can dodge the mortars a little bit better than you can dodge the arcane. Both teams looking to pick up their bruiser camps at almost the exact same time. Those are going to clash. It looks like it depends on if that wave steps up yet or not. But those bruisers coming in front of a wave for both teams. So I think the red bruiser camp is going to get the advantage. Let's come down to the objective. We'll keep an eye on that though. Sonya spinning to win. And ETC missing the slide just barely onto Sonya. And there was a light bomb, a judgment, divine shield. Swift strike light bombs. Interesting, Murda. I like that. I like that. So the light bomb, the entire set of buttons is out for die for Catgirls as Genji gets pulled out with negative health. It looked like dot damage on him from somewhere. Genji getting saved. They have so many things to light bomb. You're right. Leap can light bomb. Judgment can light bomb. Haunting Wave could. I want to see a Haunting Wave light bomb this game. I just do. And it looks like the Red Bruisers did end up taking advantage because just how the wave was set up. But ReGen Ghost gets this Mortar Punisher. They're going to get some more free structure damage. Looks like they're going to take this Siege Camp first. Yeah, Reno, I think that's kind of what led to that fight going the way it did. Was they went in for the kill and didn't get it thanks to the Divine Shield. Good looking out. Good ult pick from Uther. I don't really like Divine Shield all that much. But when they're running this type of almost like I would say a dartboard comp, you got how many dashes in onto the target? I don't know, dartboard just makes sense to me. Then that Divine Shield makes really good sense. Can we make that a thing? Can we call this the dartboard comp? And ReGen Ghost really trying to pick up all these camps, paint the map as blue as they can. Here comes a slide mosh onto the Tyrael, gets pulled out by the Yeet of Faith. A good engage from ETC, but a really good rescue coming out of Anduin. But that camp gets capped, gets stayed alive, gets protected. There's the Slowing Sands knocking everybody out of the Dragon's Breath from the Chromie. And Chromie falls to the Genjiro. G-E Injiro? Something like that. As ETC also falls to, looks like the Judgment. And that fight swung way in favor of Die for Catgirls. Saying, this is game 3, we're not out yet. We are playing our hearts out for that sponsorship from HoloLive. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. When y'all come back and listen, I'm trying. Yes, healers. Healers are like the centers of HOTS. Well, actually, probably the offlaners are like the centers of HOTS. Healers are like the right guard. You get paid a lot, or the left guard actually. You get paid a lot to protect the quarterback's blind side, but you don't get any of the respect until you get the one nice block. So like once out of every 5 games, they're like, hey, look at that tackle. Look at that guard. Offlaners are the centers because man is that a crap job. But you do so much. Not demoted, it's high praise. It's one of the most underrated, most valuable positions because they protect the quarterback's blind side. Beast, I don't know if that's where you meant to put that. Good fort taken by ReGen Ghost as Die for Catgirls is halfway through the objective. ReGen Ghost coming in saying, you know what, we're just going to give.
Red team has summoned an arcane punisher.
Oh, I see. I see now. So a given Arcane Punisher goes over to Die for Catgirls, coming in onto this kind of vulnerable keep. They've already got the wall down. They've got the bottom tower. There goes the Swift Strike with the Genji Light Bomb. Not going to get the kill. Here comes Commander Odin. The defensive sleep. Not going to... not going to get anyone, but there's the judgment on to the ETC with the Divine Shield right under the Swift, the X Strike. No damage for Genji. Leap of Faith onto the Tyrael or someone to get out, and that Punisher goes down before taking the keep. Die for Catgirls saying we got to back off of this. None of that worked. We got a lot of trade of buttons. And I mean, some good value. That keeps almost dead. Die for Catgirl is really going to want to get some value up there. Big slide trying to catch the Genji. Genji's able to dash out before the root lands. Divine Stark doing a lot of work this game for Anduin. And we might see another engage on this siege camp. Both teams looking for it. There's the big sleep. The light bomb went off, but a stun onto Genji. Genji goes down, and now Sonya in the middle of everything. Spin to win. There's a stun from the Uther. Gets picked off by the root, and Chromie putting an end to Sonya's spinny days. Putting that sand where it doesn't belong, as the rest of Die for Catgirls is forced to withdraw. Comes back to their keep. Said we're going to wait for our teammates because everything is better together. Leap of Faith onto the vulnerable Sylvanas as Mongoose tries to slide in. And the Encore is present. That Encore going to be really big for getting those mosh pits available. All 5 of Die for Catgirl sitting in the Time Walker's Pursuit vision. And Aaron saying, let me go back and defend so that we don't lose this keep. But that keep's going to go down to that catapult anyway. 275 health. That keep is gone over to Die for Catgirls. Real big advantage coming in basically for free. A nice sleep from Deckard. I don't know how he saw that. Maybe just with the timing from getting the camp. But no! Tychus not standing on the point, and Sir Noble is able to cap the bruisers away. Big mosh on top of the Sonya. Tyrael dies for that camp, but they took it away. Going 2 for nothing though. Coming into this next objective, that's going to be hard. As Uther clearing out the other bruiser camp. And the bottom keeps starting to feel some pressure. Sylvanas going to clean it up real quickly again with that unstable poison at level 4. And Genji Uther, or Genji Light Bomb picking off the Uther in the top lane while he was trying to clear. We were looking at the objective. But this Mortar Punisher going over to ReGen Go is going to get this keep as well. Going to put some pressure on the core. This is a really interesting setup for setting up the end of this game. This might be a really, I say really quick game 3. I mean, it feels like it's gone by pretty fast. It's been 18 minutes already, but we're putting a Punisher on the core. It's gonna swap over to, I believe we agreed on Scathar, and start doing that PvP damage. The core at 50, less than 50%, 35. there's the judgment onto the Chromie with the time stop just in time. Light bomb on a slept Genjiro. Genji silenced by the stay a while and listen upgrade. And the core goes down to 0. GG over to ReGen Ghost. Finishing in style with their core threatened as well. And that game number 3 going over to there's my game summary screen. You know, I meant to be on this screen earlier, and I think it was on map view, and so I wasn't really showing everything that I wanted to. But low damage game, pretty effective damage. Every time the damage started going out, it was for a kill. And I mean that the dartboard was running a pretty good strategy, but I think they tried to force it too much, and that's what led to ReGen Ghost being able to take over the game. And what a comeback of a match this was for them. And I do have Mongoose here for a post-game interview, and what a match that was. First, congratulations on winning the first one of the season, the first match of the season. How are you feeling, bud?
Feeling good, man. Getting first win of the season is always good, especially against you know, that team has a pedigree. I know they have a couple new players, but the core of that team, you know, that was the Div B champs last season, so they're really good players. So it's a quality win. We're pretty stoked.
Yeah, that was nuts. All right, let's get the hard part over with. Game 1, Tomb of the Spider Queen. You come in with what looks like a really excellent Wombo comp, and you get it off a couple of times, but for the most part, it looks really disjointed, and unfortunately poorly executed. So talk me through what was going on there, what y'all were talking about, how y'all were trying to adjust.
Well, I mean, Sir Noble on Joe did a really, really nice job of controlling and denying space, so it was really difficult for us to get in the position to where we wanted to get our combo. And that I think was the game, really. He did a real nice job of making sure we couldn't get what we wanted, you know, tanking it up, taking up space, being that Joe, that moving ward. And I really think that was the difference in that game. We could never get any traction because we could never quite get going what we wanted to get going.
I gotcha. Yeah, and that's really what it looked like. And the couple of times, there were some times where Maev, I think it was, of course it was Maev doing the setup, that had some really good setups, and the Orphea ult was just not available to be used. And I think a lot of times it was from an Ana sleep. Is that what we were seeing?
Yeah, I mean the Ana sleep, and not just, you know, I highlighted Sir Noble, but their whole team was actually positioned in a way that it was very difficult for us to get what we wanted. And Diva's a problem too. Right?
Yeah, Diva's really hard to wombo on it, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Someone had pointed out in chat that every time y'all started for the CC engage, they just scattered. It's like everyone knew which direction they were assigned to just split out from it. And so yeah, it was pretty punishing. Although it looked like if your core wasn't at 10% for that last push, that y'all would have been able to defend it, because y'all had a pretty good comeback on it.
Yeah, and but you know, at the same time, if our core wasn't at 10%, I don't know that they run at it in that situation either.
Well,
so
that's true.
But, yeah.
That's fair. But I think y'all were in a position to come back well, is what I mean. So even if they didn't run at it, like if it had more health, I think y'all defend it better. And if you don't need to defend it, I think y'all were starting to get control of the game, is what I mean.
Well, and when the core is that low too, like we had to constantly be aware of them running at the core and just killing it, right? So you almost have to repeatedly find where they are and run at them. Like you cannot let them just free clear core, because if they get one person on you to keep your team from backing and they get a good 10 seconds on core, that's game.
That's it. Or you have to play with a hand tie behind your back and the offlaner that's just there ready to clear.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So game number 3 to clean up this the match on this reverse sweep. I will, Marta. I will. When we talk about that game, I will. So game number 3 here on Infernal Shrines. It looked pretty clean. You came in, it looked like y'all were struggling at the beginning a little bit. No, y'all got the first 2 objectives. Did y'all have a John Cena walking at you at all?
No, I don't think so. Maybe one, but I don't think so.
But y'all lost first structure and first keep.
I mean, they had a Sylve on the other team. They started pushing top when they all knew we were bottom. We're not going to get up there in time. You just trade structures. You're not going to run all the way top and deal with it.
Tell me, something that I am really interested in though is this draft. This draft looks strange to me.
Well, it's from our end. The Uther was the last pick,
Right.
so we had a very straightforward draft. But we saw pretty quickly, I'm like, okay, this is Judgment, Leap, Light Bomb, Genji, Arrow. Like they're gonna pick somebody out and blow them up. So we last pick Uther for D Shield. That's the response.
Okay. Yeah. The D Shield was really good. Came in clutch. We figured out who the target was, either with the Swift Strike or the Judgment target. And as soon as it was coming in, maybe the first stun went off, and then you D Shield to get them out clean. It looked really good. And also, just so you know, we're now calling the comp that Die for Catgirls ran here the dartboard, because it's just a direct line in to the target. I don't know.
Sure.
That's I want to get that to stick. So help me out there.
I'll do my best.
So you had the 4-man planned already, and then Uther was the flex pick.
Yep.
Okay.
That was our solo laner. It was honestly a pretty easy pick once we saw what they were cooking. You know.
Yeah. Oh, chat's reminding me that y'all got the top. They had the reason that top keep was so low was because of that Punisher coming in, the Arcane Punisher.
Sure. Well, and also, Uther's trying to lane into Sonya. Sonya's going to slowly wear the lane down, too. So that happened, too.
Just because I had asked about the Punisher, we were just getting correct information. Not the reason they were able to push in.
Right.
Okay, so do you think there's anything in that game 1 or game 3 that stood out that we didn't mention that you think deserves to be?
This is the kind of set that makes NGS so fun.
Yeah.
I think playing in it, the teams felt very close skill wise. I think if you were to watch it, you'd probably come out with the same thing. So just a really overall, fun. This is the set you want every week.
Oh yeah. All right. So speaking of the set we want, the game we want every week, game 2, Towers of Doom. Tell me about your draft first.
I mean, we kind of have our eye on the Vikings if they're available, and we like the matchup. We don't have to pick it. We have plenty of other things we could have grabbed, but we like the matchup and last picked it. And Aaron is an absolute monster on those things. If it's a matchup he likes. So they were kind of bullying us early game. We were falling behind. They had a lot of pressure on the bottom. We were having a hard time keeping up with the dot damage. The Lunara pick into Uther was good. They were really
And the booger.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. So we were having a little bit of a hard time with that. But the number one thing, Vikings will slowly bleed you out. So we keep telling you, just don't die. Just don't die. No matter what happens, don't die. If they're going to take, don't die. And kind of eventually we were able to get a nice couple counter engages. When they blew what they had, if we were still alive, it was a real clear shot for us to turn around and run back at them, because they were so dependent on that kind of initial grab and kill somebody with that Valkyrie. So we had, I think, 2 good counter engages that we were able to make something out of. But I mean, overall, that game was so fun. I think I woke up the baby in the next room afterward. I got a look from the wife.
Well, there was a point where you kind of earned waking up the baby. Let's be real. So during that game, it looked kind of bad. Y'all were down 12-4. Before that point, was there a point in the game where you were like, all right, this is our game? Was there a point in the game where it's like, I don't see how we win this?
No, I mean, it's towers, man. Everybody has seen those games on towers, and that's just the nature of the map. And there was at no point in that game where I thought it was decided either way, until there was 2 of us left on the boss and 1 of them, and then I was pretty confident.
Yeah, well, I was worried you weren't going to blind the Zool.
Well, I blinded the Zool, but I still had my flash freeze too.
Okay.
So even if he killed me, I still had the second proc of my trait.
Yeah. So let's go into that. So altars are spawning. You got 2 altars bought. Y'all are fighting. You start the boss because there's about to be 12 points on the board, right? and you need all 12, or they at least need to not get 4. So going into starting that boss play, I was surprised y'all started it. So what was the call there, or why was the call there?
We were gonna try to burn it while they were down a man to take it off the board, but they played it well enough to where we were tanking too much damage between the boss and them, and so we called off. And then the call was, all right, well, these are coming up, Vikings on channel, and everyone else keep them away. That way we're close enough to respond to boss if they try to boss on the channel. And it worked out. We got the double channel, and then the boss fight for the game.
Yeah. So that double channel, you had Eric running down and Olaf running down. Eric to the bottom, Olaf to the middle. But they were about to be able to interrupt the Olaf, and then Mongoose, tell me exactly what went through your brain, please, because oh my Lanta.
What exactly went through my mind was, I think I can get all 4 of them right here. R, and I was. It was best snowball probably I've ever hit. It was just on the money, and the guys were hyped when I hit it. And I only could see 1 in my vision, but I knew they were all kind of there together.
Right.
So, and I was figuring, even if I hit only 1, it probably is enough to keep them off.
Yeah, I can see that definitely, and then you can kind of zone the rest. So you hit the snowball, which is enough time for Olaf to channel, and then the boss fight, right? So everything's down. You didn't get the kills; they were zoned off. And I just kind of imagine like 2 people running a race, like they get started and like they both look at each other at the same time, turn back, and just like kick it into high gear, And y'all both just y'all start the boss. They're coming in like they've got to be doing the boss. It's almost like both teams wanted the boss right then. And then what did that fight sound like in comms?
It was very quiet, honestly. Very quiet. I actually liked our chances just because May is almost impossible to get off the point. I think the reason they called it is they knew Avalanche was down, right? So our boss control was more limited.
Right.
But even still, fight on point with Uther, D-Storm, and then even if Uther dies, he has Ghost Heals. But also Tassadar Archon damage is just massive. You can't stand on those points.
Right, and that magic shred too.
Yeah, so I really like the matchup for the boss fight. Especially when they started it, and I could just kind of walk on the point and stand there in my own blizzard. Once I got on the point with the boss at like 10% health, I was feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it looked good. Great. So yeah, overall, very well played, super fantastic, and I think you'll enjoy going back and watching it too.
I will for sure.
Is there anything else from the match that you? Oh, sorry, real quick. Question from the audience. Murda RG, I think Murdarg, something like that.
Some guy named Murda.
Yeah, some guy named Murda wants to know. Are you retiring May after having the best snowball you will ever have?
I mean, what it obviously does, if you saw my hot trash of Ice Walls in Game 1, it clearly shows that I can't play Ice Wall, and I just only have 1 heroic now with May.
We'll talk about those later. Yeah, but like, so is May still on the table for you, or is it like you doing
for sure.
You doing she's Bill Murray in Space Jam?
Oh no, I have 1 hero that I've retired at 1-0. I don't remember who it is, but it's not.
Oh,
May,
you don't?
No, I don't. I don't remember who it is. But yeah, May is top 3 tank right now. You can't retire her.
Well, I'll keep that. I'll keep that secret for you.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Okay. So shoutouts. Oh no, sorry. Real quick. MVP.
Oh. I'm gonna give it to, I think, Aaron for the Vikings play in the game 2.
It was really good. He was harassing the crap out of Zool, not letting him do anything.
Yep, and then the flexibility to flex onto Uther in the game 3, I think was a big difference. He had a couple nice plays, but that's hard to pick because I think everybody had their moments. We've got a real good balance on the team. When we play well, I don't think we have a standout, and I think that in a good way. right? I think everybody does their part and makes their plays. So, when we're playing well and we're winning, I think it's kind of hard to isolate somebody out. We have real good balance that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It showed. Definitely really great play coming from the off lane, especially when that's a side that you really don't get to see a whole lot of action from, and to be that impactful, that noticeably impactful, instead of just the XP lead. Because I was concerned about y'all didn't have a huge XP lead coming from the Vikings, and I was worried it wasn't going to be enough.
We had to just kind of have our moment in the 4-man, and we had one good fight where we were able to kind of flip the lever and go the other way, and let us back in the game, and put us in the chance. Anytime you're in the game and you have a shot to win post 20, you're feeling good.
Yeah, absolutely. So now shout outs.
First of all, the guys across always got to shout out the other team when you have a set like that. It was a lot of fun. We're already talking about scrims. It was such a great matchup. So hats off to Die for Catgirls. My teammates, Aaron's first game with ReGen Ghost and NGS, so it's fun. We're excited to play with him. Of course, Murda, as always, Valk's mom, and to you, Taco, for picking up the game. I appreciate it.
Super excited. Y'all were the first team to schedule a match, so had to
I know.
reward it, right?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Speaking of that, hats off to Shamhat. Easiest schedule of all time. My DM was, Wednesday or Thursday, 6 next week for you? 6 on Wednesday. Great. And it was on the schedule. It was legit like 3 minutes. It was wonderful. So big tip of the hat to Shamhat for easy scheduling.
Perfect. And last quick question. How do you feel about Ghost in this division this season? Especially with having beating the defending champions just now.
Yeah. I mean, they changed some players around. I think they're still going to be right in the thick of it. But changing 40% of your roster is an adjustment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, even if it's a roster upgrade. So I'm not sure. If the Division B this season was like it was last season, I mean, really any of the teams can beat anybody. And I know it sounds like a cop-out answer. But I'll give you, before tonight, I was thinking we were somewhere 4, 5, or 6 at the end of the season. I still think that's possible. I also think if we play better, we could get higher. We're pretty inconsistent, honestly. So I think if we play at the level that we're capable of playing more consistently, we could be at the top of the standings. But we gotta bring that floor up a little bit.
Yeah, and keep those core calls under control, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, thank you so much. Just last quick check. Anything else to add before I let you go?
Don't forget to schedule your flex matches.
All right, or Born will come after you.
Or Born will find you.
Shoot, yes. All right, thank you so much, Mongoose. Congratulations.
Right,
Have a great night.
You too.
And that is it for the opening night for ReGen Ghost and Die for Catgirls. Again, what a phenomenal set. I'm so glad I got to be here to witness it, and thank you, all of you, for hanging out. I'm glad we got to share this experience. So I'm Taco. This is twitch.tv/eltaquito, and you can find me on Twitter at @theliltaco. I try to keep my posts, or I try to keep my team activity and my cast up to date. So definitely, toss a follow here, toss a follow there, and come hang out. Love to have people. And I'm trying to get my stream uptime better, trying to get some weekend games going. And sometimes we'll do fun like in-house or custom ARAMs and whatever. So whenever you see me pop up, the notification might be wrong. Just come hang out.